Hey, my Taurus babies, how you doing? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. As you can hear, my voice is everywhere but where it's supposed to be. I think I have a cold. At any rate, get ready to do Taurus and Aquarius for the month of September. Let me get my light right. All right, for the month of September, the energy that I have been able to pick up thus far from this little association, if you will, has been going underground with this. I don't know who this is for, or you know what? Okay, Taurus, I'm sorry. I had to straighten my cards out. I don't do reversals, and I really don't like fumbling with cards to that extent when I'm doing this. At any rate, there's an underground element here. Amsterdam After Dark. That was the song that was on my little jazz station when I picked up the cards about half an hour ago. Google it, YouTube it, you'll hear the song. But that was the name of the song. I always kind of pay attention to what music is playing back here on my stereo when I am getting ready to do readings. Not all the time, but a lot of the times I'll just take note of what's playing, and that happened to be the song on at that time. So here we are on the cut. Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Somebody is coming back and taking back their position, but and this could be you, this could be the Aquarius, because the energy is kind of all bumbled up together. But at any rate, whoever is doing the coming back or the accepting, and again, it could be both of you, there are going to be some rules. God damn it, there's going to be some rules. Everybody going to follow them. This could be as a result of, if this is a reconciliation, this could be as a result of a breakout. Voice gone, mind gone. Could be the result of a breakup previously between Taurus and Aquarius. If this is a new situation, which I'm not getting brand new, this could be a friendship or situationship being taken up to the next level. But, and understandably so, because of the nature of the two elements that we're talking about, air and earth, never the twain shall meet. There are going to be some boundaries. Let me say this just off the cuff. Aquarius and Taurus relationships don't bond on the sun sign. Because if we were just talking about the damn sun sign, y'all wouldn't get together in a damn secluded island somewhere. If you were there for 200 years by yourself, y'all wouldn't do it. Because you don't match. You don't have your values and all that other bullshit. Your core element, earth and air, just don't happen. It just don't happen. Neither really needs the other. You got dirt and shit on Mars. Ain't no air up in that bitch though. I'm just saying. Come on. So Earth, the stone of it all, really doesn't need air, and air really don't need Earth to do what it do. The wind gonna blow regardless. Water, dirt, sand, your car, the dog, don't matter. It's still gonna blow. So when these two get together, it is usually at a moon or a Venus sign type of thing. So with the Aquarius that I know, his moon is fire. My moon is water. So there's something there you can work with. The water putting the fire out. You know what I'm saying? There's something there that can be worked with. The fire heating up the water. Come on. There's something there heating up the air. There's something there with those two elements versus air and earth. Fire and water, once again, you can heat up water, you can put the fire out, you can do all kinds of shit. There's some tension there. There's something there to grasp onto. But when we are strictly working off of our sun signs, we ain't got time. Either one of us. Act silly, ignorant, stupid, and a whole bunch of other shit because it don't fit. But on the strength of our moon signs, we got all kind of shit going on. Just saying. So remember that if you can find out your Aquarius's natal chart information, which the big thing with that is not the date, but the time. You find out what time your partner was born, see that moon, even the rising sign, to kind of see where there may be some compatibility. So something told me throw that out there, I threw it out there. What the hell? But this is what I'm hearing. On the comeback or on the come up, whichever the case may be, there's going to be some rules to be adhered to. Obviously, there's a beginning of sorts, getting ready to step off here. This also has notes. Financial situation, the financial dynamics. If this is a reboot or a come back together or step up, the financial dynamics are going to play a part. This Taurus is getting ready to step into something else, and Aquarius may be about to do the same thing with regards to their finances. There's some healing. There's some healing that's been going on. So, however this is resonating for you, got the King here. We got the King here, the King of Wands. We got two Kings here. So, King of Wands, the backside of that talks about repression and not being able to express how you really feel about each other. The feeling there is that there may be some conversations about how the two of you process your emotions. Didn't I just say Taurus and Aquarius need to look at their moon signs, let you know how you process your emotions. Fortunately or unfortunately, with this pairing, you got to have a really good understanding of a lot of the things at play. You don't have to become an astrologer, but you need to have some kind of understanding where the strengths are in your relationship, because it is very easy in this situation with the two of you to get caught up on the negative, especially if you've got other negative aspects in your chart, as it were. So let's see what we got going on with the two of you for the month of September. Fresh start. Boom. There's your challenge. Nine of Cups. The Lovers. Somebody's making a choice here. Ace of Swords. Three of Swords. Seven of Wands. And the Page of Swords. So, obviously, Aquarius is all up in the read. And I'm sorry my voice is all crackly and shit, but it is what it is. It ain't stopping that. Still got to do what I need to do. Three of Wands pulls the Magician. And this reading is from Taurus's perspective. So if you're cross-watching, know that. But energy can be switched around. So flip it the way you need to. Sun pulls the Six of Wands. Six of Swords on the board, Six of Wands. Ace of Swords on top of the Six of Swords for your challenge. And that surrender is really for both of you. How about that? Not just Taurus, Aquarius too. And that wreath is there, so it's time for some peace between the two of you. If there has not been any, there's time for some peace between the two of you. Oh wow. Y'all got some shit to work through. You know that. Y'all got some shit to work through. Got more than one, yes it is. And the Page of Swords pulls the Devil. Oh, Lord. Okay, so first off, let's get this right. This is not going to be everybody's Taurus Aquarius reading. There may be nuggets in here for everybody, but this full reading is for a specific group of Taurus and Aquarius. You will know as I keep going where this is going to fall with you, either part of it, half of it, some of it, none of it. No worries if it's none of it. There's plenty of us on here on YouTube doing Taurus and Aquarius. I don't know that anybody's actually just another reader that's started doing the couples a little bit, but if this is not your reading, don't worry about it. I'm probably gonna come back up and do an energy update in a week or so anyway. But be that as it may, Taurus, talking about your overall energy right now. The Three of Wands with the Magician on top. You've been through a lot with this situation. That's where I have to start with this. Taurus probably more than Aquarius, because Aquarius is free moving as air, rightfully so. And Taurus is always about seeing further, planning, trying to analyze and figure shit out on a practical level. And so this Three of Wands is telling me there have been some shit now. Let's just get that part right. But in the midst of all that crazy shit, you still have hope. I think this came up for the monthly yesterday. You still have hope. Despite the mountains you had to cross over, still might have some to cross over. You still have a lot of hope. And some of this, because these are new little spriglets, some of this is renewed hope. And let me not say hope, let me say faith. Renewed faith in what's going on between you and your Aquarius. With the Magician, talking about the foundation. Some of you are going to have to go back and rebuild the groundwork of your relationship. And if you're in this situation, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. There's some things that weren't ever discussed when you met or when you first started dating, because at that point you didn't think you needed to. But now, in hindsight, you realize there's some things that need to be laid out, so that there's not this constant disruption between Taurus and Aquarius. On the back end of your overall energy, Taurus, the Sun with the Six of Wands on top, you intend to be successful. Let's not get that part fucked up. Success. But the key to this for you, Taurus, is going to be relaxing, something we don't do well, and go on with the flow, especially when it comes to situations that have a lot of uncertainty. Your challenge here, it's a fresh start. Moving out of the choppy, where you were, into something a little calmer. And again, Taurus, and this is Aquarius too. Both of you need to surrender. Both of you are fixed signs. So that's another thing. So somebody got to give. And both of you probably need to do a little giving. It ain't going to hurt you. That wreath tells me that both of you are coming at this in peace. Taurus, make sure you maintain that peace. There may be moments coming in the upcoming month that you want to do the bull and the china shop thing. I'm going to advise against it, especially with a Mercury retrograde coming up September 27th, which means another 10 days we're getting ready to go through the shadow phase anyway. With this particular retrograde, I kicked it off on August 27th because she's already started going ass backwards, so what the hell. Anyway, I digress. Going with the flow and surrendering, bringing some peace. Everybody is not going to be able to get all of it their way. Just saying. With the World card, on top of the Nine of Cups. 9 is you're there. You're there. The next thing is 10. So that's what you're working towards. And with the World card on top, in this direction talks about reaching your destination. This is where you finally gonna go, this is what all this bullshit has been for. The two of you, there's a lot of love here. I feel more anxiety than anything, but there's a lot of love here. And I think the anxiety comes from the fact that you really, it's like a dance. You know, the bull's over here and the wind is everywhere. The bull don't know whether to go backwards or forwards, and then sometimes the wind settle down long enough to give the bull some direction, and then the wind is off and gone again. For some of you, that actually works, but there's not enough of the comeback. So this is about you reaching your destination, and obviously dreams coming true, but the Knight of Swords is coming back to mind. There are going to have to be some different ground rules set. Now, the thing about this is that if you notice, old girl's frame here is actually a snake. Whoop. So this is telling me, for a lot of you, this could be a karmic thing. You got the Magician on the board. You got the Six of Wands on the board. You got the Wheel of Fortune on the board and the Devil card on the board. This could be some karmic type shit. Yeah, that's the Devil. Some karmic type shit. And easy, when you're looking at it from this side, as you look at it from this side, it's just a wreath. But when you get it on this side, you see you got the snake. So balance is key here. And it's probably going to require some humility. I think I got lack of humility written on there. It's going to require some humility from both of you, but towards you in particular, on how you handle this situation, because it can get ugly real quick. It get toxic, go back into some crazy shit. Some of you may have been involved in a third party situation with each other. Could have been Taurus, could have been Aquarius. And if shit goes off the rails, there's your snake. Right now, we have him biting his own tail. That's a good thing, because he ain't trying to fuck with nobody else. So you got to keep your eyes open, and you've got to maintain some balance in this situation. This is major energy. As you go through the month of September, Taurus, what you need to do for yourself, looking at these candles and whatnot, if you meditate, it ain't going to hurt you. If you feel like you want to argue, I would take that time instead to focus on myself. Look at what is triggering you in your relationship. And the thing that you got to come back to the board with, and I'm looking at this wreath now, is that you got to be willing to be open to say, when you do this, this is what happens. Now, Aquarius, I'm talking to Taurus for real. Aquarius might not want to hear all that emotional bullshit, because they don't come off, most Aquariuses don't, as emotional creatures. They are. They're just real slick about how they hide their shit. And, you know, when the wind blows, you know, what the hell? Is that snow or is it sand? It's just blowing. That part right there. So there's got to be one of the ground rules, if you don't know what ground rules you need to set, one of them would be, if one of us does something how do we come back to the table and say, okay, you did this, and I'm not trying to beat you over the head with it, but this is how I felt. I checked on why I was feeling this way, and it's because when you do this, I feel like you're leaving me by myself and you're never coming back. Or you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, or you do it not when you say. And to Aquarius's benefit, they mean exactly what they say when they say it, but you got to understand, just like the wind, they change. And they change better than Tauruses, because, you know, we stuck. We ain't going nowhere. I said, it is Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Fuck you and some old shit. It's still Friday. And I don't think it's Saturday. It could be Saturday 2 weeks from now. Taurus still talking about it's Friday. I don't give a damn. That's where we are. Aquarius, just like the wind. They can pick up on subtle things that may take Taurus a little longer to pick up on. So, as well as peace and humility, you got to be flexible. I'm going to just say that. You got to be flexible. But at this point, everything is pointing to dreams coming true and destinations being reached. What the hell? Just saying. Let me go back up to the bottom of your overall energy with the Sun card and the Six of Wands. It's your time, Taurus. And the sun keeps popping up in all these damn Taurus readings. It is truly your time. So don't be, you know, trying to act like you don't know what's going on. This is, for lack of a better phrase, this is a success for some of you that's been hard fought. Once again, you gotta stay humble with this one though. It would be easy to stand up on the rock and go, hey, guess what I did? You ain't trying to carry this like that. You gotta be humble and you gotta keep the peace. This is an action card. So make sure your actions are coming out in love and not in anger or frustration or jealousy or some other crazy shit. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing this out there. Just throwing it out there. Right now, it's kind of like you're in a fork in the road. You can either go down the road that's successful, or you can loop back down this other road that's probably taken many of you quite a while to get around that cycle of in and out and back and forth and up and down, and you know, nobody's being flexible, everybody's being fixed. Aquarius, there's some shit in there for you too. Come on now. So as you enter this month, just remember, this is fragile. And that snake can just wrap a coil around your ass just like that. I'm just saying. Remember that. Keep some humility, Taurus. If you feel like you need to take time for yourself before you say or do something in anger or frustration, by all means do it. The Lover's card with the Queen of Wands. There have already been choices that have been made. Yeah, that's double air energy. The Lovers with the Queen. Aquarius, in this instance, is choosing love. But they're going to stay real cool. Because I'm going to just guess, Taurus has probably done some shit, and Aquarius has been like, what the hell did that happen? So just know Aquarius has made some choices. And they've chosen you, Taurus. So that's the piece that you've got to keep in your mind. But now I'm coming back to the Queen here. This bitch ain't no joke. So whatever y'all set down as rules, a framework, however that's resonating with you, get it. What is the energy there? Make sure it's what you can live with. Because you're not trying to come back here. This is not going to be pleasant for either one of you. I'm going to just throw that out there just like that. If the king popped up on the cut, now I got the queen on the board, make sure them boundaries are where you need them to be. Taurus and Aquarius both. Because if y'all coming back and somebody did something and, you know, where we said we weren't going to do this, that kind of shit, this conversation going to come back ain't going to be cute. I'm going to keep it real. With the Ten of Swords on top of the Ace of Swords, for many of you, this is stress being let go. But this is both because both of you are making important decisions about this relationship. There's a lot of decision making going on in this situation. So however this is resonating, Aquarius is making choices and decisions. Taurus is making choices and decisions. But as I said a few minutes ago, there's a lot of love between the two of you. That's why all this shit is going on. If it were not going on, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It would be a totally different reading. So Taurus, keep your emotions in balance. If you got water anywhere in your natal chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, check that shit. If you got a moon sign in water, keep your emotions in balance. That's what you want to do. That's going to help Aquarius get grounded and stay grounded. How did I say that? That's exactly what the fuck I said. Aquarius. That's going to help Aquarius get grounded and stay grounded if you are able to keep your emotions in check and in balance, Taurus. But this 10 is telling me it's over. All that stress and arguing and fussing and shit is over. And I think for a lot of you, not all of you, if this has been a friendship type of thing, and, you know, friends with benefits, whatever, there's been stress because you aren't together. If this was a relationship that broke up, but y'all kind of just kept doing the friends with benefits thing, same thing. And it was stressful for both of you because in the separation or in the time of being separated, it's a lot of thinking, a lot of overanalyzing on both your parts, not just Aquarius, but on Taurus as well. So just recognize that the month of September heralds an end to all that damn thinking and shit. And now you're going to get into the act of doing. With the 8 of Swords on top of the 3 of Swords, you cannot, and this is for both of you, Aquarius in particular, but Taurus, understand this about Aquarius. Whatever disappointment has occurred in the past, you've got to release yourself mentally from that prison. I'm going to say it again. Whatever upheavals, disappointments, cheating, infidelity, what the fuck ever you want to label, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't got to stay here. It's not necessary. Now, how this applies to Taurus, you're going to have to understand, because it looks like both of you have been disappointed. Whoever cheated, whoever didn't cheat. You know, if you didn't cheat, Aquarius might just be, or Taurus might just be disappointed in how you responded. Went to the restaurant and acted a fool. Almost set the place on fire. I'm just saying. Got out the car, left the car running on the freeway. I told you what was going on and you lost your mind. So, both of you, come on now. You got to let this shit go. Whatever it was, whatever it is, whatever. Because again, it's bringing me back up here. Choices and decisions are being made by the two of you because you love each other. What the fuck? Yeah, y'all ain't doing this for no credit in college. Just saying. You're doing it because you love each other. So you got to take this energy and reroute it somewhere. And not have yourself in some little fucked up ass mental prison, you know, that can't nobody get you out of because you overthought the whole thing. Which then brings me right back to this. Humility and peace. Letting some shit go. With the Wheel of Fortune on top of the 7 of Wands, your perseverance on either side, I know both of you, the actions that you've taken have gotten you to this point, and this is why everybody's getting the blessing of the Wheel of Fortune. You went through whatever cycle you needed to, and now here you are seizing the opportunity. And the universe is saying it's okay to seize the opportunity. What the hell? I'm just saying. You persevered this long, gone through all of this, if the opportunity comes back. But again, that is sitting up underneath here. Boundaries and framework need to be clear. It needs to be clear. Remember that everybody's making a choice to come back into this. So, okay, we're going to play the game this time with some rules. Just saying. Major energy with that Wheel of Fortune. So all this major energy, the Magician, the Sun, the World, the Lovers, Wheel of Fortune, and the Devil. This relationship is obviously going through a change or a transformation of some sort. So just be mindful of that as well. So pretty much for the month of September, we want to just pick an overall general what the feeling is. I don't want to say tread lightly, because that's sending the wrong message. Treat this with care. Treat it with the care that it deserves. This is not just another person you fucking around with. Obviously, if you've been through this kind of shit with somebody, and now you're trying to come back to the drawing board and have something with them, that says a lot. It says a lot. It says volumes. So, like I said, don't just treat this like this is, some bullshit. Somebody just kicked it around. Treat it with the care that it deserves. At the end of all of this, with the Devil on top of the Page of Swords, stay alert. Mind what you're saying to each other. Keep it positive. And be reasonable with each other. Now, once again, this is another toxic symbol. The devil's ass in my mind. I'm sure if he farted, everybody would pass the fuck out. But at any rate, be mindful of what you're doing. And pages are considered young, immature. So on the one side of this, one of you may be dealing with an other that's younger. Be mindful of what you're saying. Again, the dogs, the snake, and old girl here, they're definitely telling me you need to treat this with care. Don't let this shit get all out of hand and not speaking, not communicating, deleting and blocking and doing all of this shit. If you care enough to come back, then handle the situation with that kind of care. Do not fall back into the same bullshit you were doing before you fell out or before you got together or whatever the case may be. You're going to have to come at this with something different and something new. And it's going to require both of you to be able to communicate at a level where there's not hard feelings every time something is said. I don't know who needs to hear that part, yo. Unlike a lot of other relationships that I see, people I deal with on the regular, there's a lot of love here. A lot. Lot of love here. A lot of other relationships don't have this depth of emotion in it. And this is what keeps a relationship together. If y'all ain't figured that part out yet, I don't know what to tell you. This all this kind of emotion that keeps it together. One more, please, universe. One more. Down on the spot. Okay, there it is. Keep it to yourself. Well, hell, you just said this was a happy day. It is, damn it. But you know what? If you're getting ready to infuse this relationship, I'm talking Taurus, Aquarius, either one, I don't give a damn. If you're getting ready to infuse this relationship with a whole lot of negativity, keep it to yourself. Even if it's about shit that you're going on to. Once again, this is still in fragile stages. Yes, it's a victory. Yes, y'all are successful. Yeah, y'all love each other, blah, blah, blah. But you still need to just keep the negative shit out of this for a minute until you get on firm ground. Because both of you are just, again, doing this dance. Taurus over here and Aquarius all over the place. Keep the negative shit to yourself. Call your best friend for that bullshit. That part. Till y'all can get, and I can hear y'all now. Well, that's supposed to be my best friend. For now. Let this thing get some roots in it. Let it get some roots in it. Let the new shit bloom and blossom before you jump in with both feet and start trying to fuck some shit up. Yes, I said that. Make room in your life for new feelings, new paths to take. Once again, don't get over here with this bullshit. Because I can see both of you doing this. Aquarius can be downright mean sometimes. People talk about Taurus and how crazy and mean we are. Shit, I'm trying to tell you about some Aquarius. We downright mean. All of that said, let that shit go. It's time to create some new neurons, happy neurons in the Taurus Aquarius brain. Make room for the new feelings and the new growth. Help a friend. A lot of times we get all stuck up in our heads over here by, get your mind out of this shit and go do something for someone else. That's Taurus and Aquarius, both of y'all. You know, you feel like you're getting ready to get too heady or shit's getting ready to go back into stress mode. Go do something for somebody else. And then there it is. Those of you on the reboot and the comeback. Maybe one more chance. Maybe one more chance. All right, Taurus and Aquarius, I love you. I hope you guys have a good weekend and a good start to your month of September. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.